I don't know if you caught me laughing quietly when you brought up Twitter, because that's the worst now for me, and I've gotten to the point where I've been able to filter out most of the crap, but it's like, oh, come on, people. And I have to go, not give it my time or
Yeah.
attention. And, it's like, well, what is it going to matter if I fight with this person on their beliefs around, COVID or whatever it is? It's like, it's not going to make a world of difference. It's just going to waste my time.
Right. And that's your most valuable asset.
Yeah.
Your time. So, we can all go make more money. You can go get an extra degree. You can go work more hours. You can do all of this. But you know what's true is Jeff Bezos and you and me all get the same 24 hours a day.
Right.
Nobody makes more time.
Yeah.
And if you're giving it away ever, it's the biggest waste of your life you can have.
Yeah. And I see it, and it sounds like, you as a parent as well. And it's one of my worries is the giving away your mind for the story you tell yourself because of someone's pictures or 30-second clip or whatever it is about how great their life is and how much yours sucks in comparison. And it can lead some people, it might lead them to work, working harder, finding focus. But I think the vast majority, it's kind of driving to them, I won't be that. I've seen it with young ladies that I've spoken with in classrooms about like, well, I'll never look like this woman. It's like, well, they might be a terrible person. Who cares? Who are you going to be internally? What's the content of character here?
I mean, there's so many pieces of that. Of one, that person doesn't necessarily look like that person on social media either, right? You don't know the filters, everything that went around it. And they're separate of, if you want that, you have to want everything that goes into that, right? People, oh, I want your body. I want this. Okay. Well, do you want to do 5-day water fast? Do you want to not eat any sugar for years at a time? Like, do you want all the things that go with that? Because if you don't, then no, that's not what you want.
Yeah.
You're choosing something else. You're prioritizing something else. So know that you don't just get that. Like, you don't get to be LeBron James without working 16 hours a day at that sport. You don't just put a couple hours a day in and say, oh yeah, I'm going to be the next LeBron James. It doesn't work like that. You have to get everything that goes along with it. I mean, that's one piece. The other piece of it is, regardless of the content of the character, what is your goal? Like, is it peace? Is it happiness? Is it fulfillment? And the truth with the hedonic treadmill is getting to that ideal weight, getting to that level of affluency, right? Of I have this house, or I have this car, all that. None of that moves you up. None of that makes you happier. You get a hit, right? You got the new car. Oh my God, I wanted this car. I got it. A week goes by and you see a new car. Oh, now I want that car. It doesn't help. It doesn't move you forward. And so we think we want these things these other people have, but the really scary thing for them, and you go hear it from so many of them, they were chasing all that. They got to that. And then they got there and like, holy shit, this is terrifying. I don't feel any better. I thought this was the thing that was going to make it for me, and it didn't. The Olympic gold medalists that are depressed for years afterwards because they thought this is everything. And then they got it and they realized the next day, nothing's different. I have this little ribbon, but nothing's actually different. Yeah. So one, it's a little bit like the grass is greener concept of one, it's a delusion. Even optically with the grass, when we look at something from an angle and above, it appears brighter than if we're standing over something looking at the exact same thing down.
Right.
So that's an optical illusion. Oh, I want that. Well, you want that because it looks different from where you sit than where they are.
Yeah.
Two, if you look over, oh, I want that. It's this great garden. And below your feet is a terribly untended yard. Mm-hmm. As soon as you get over in that garden, all you're going to do is be a crappy gardener and waste that garden too. Don't run away. Start tending the ground below your feet. Yeah. Make yourself a better gardener. Find what it is that you're trying to cultivate and find out how you can do that where you are without having to chase other people's dreams.
This is the Knocking Doors Down podcast, featuring celebrities, experts, and everyday people who have overcome adversities, including addiction, mental health, and trauma, to live purposeful lives. And that's what Knocking Doors Down is all about.